Joe Kiwi here. Today's video, just a short video, I want to go over how the Hutt marathon I did in the weekend, just how it went, and the reason I picked this marathon. There's a photo of us starting at the starting line. It was because this Hutt marathon has only been, it's a fairly new event, it's only been going for 3-4 years. It was actually only about 90 people registered. The half marathon had over 500 people on there, and a couple of weeks before they said it was going to be absolute storm, raining. I kept looking on the weather and it said rain, fine, every day was fine in the week, but the weekend was just black cloud rain. Because the marathon starts at 7 o'clock, I had to get up about, 4:45, have breakfast, go for a bit of a walk and warm up sort of thing and get there. So yeah, and I thought I was going to have plenty of time, but got there, reasonable time. But the things I want to say in the video today is a couple of things I got wrong, made a bit of a mistake, and some things that I think is good to, good attitude towards the marathons. But there's the medal for the weekend's Hutt marathon. There it is, awesome little medal. I did it last year, the half marathon, and I didn't like the course that much in the way it started off, because we all got cramped in at the beginning. It was the half marathon last year, and that went okay, but I was actually coming back from a little bit of injury from the knee problems I had last year. But just a bit of history of what I've done this year. I know I put this in my last video, but I just want to go over quickly again. The beginning of the year was Wellington half marathon. Yep, that went good. Hour 34, so improving a bit. And then Waitawiri half marathon in April, did that one. And getting on to, then I did the Massey University one, and that went really good. It was raining on that day, but went good. And last month, on the 23rd of August, did the Mount Maunganui one, and that was awesome. There was an hour 30 for the Mount Maunganui half marathon. I got a little video on that if you want to watch that, see what the results of that was, but that was really good. But one reason, I'm just going to go over the one reason why I picked to do this, because sometimes it's hard to get the perfect run, to build up your first fitness. I mean, nothing goes absolutely straightforward. There's little dramas in the races and before and build up. But what happened was, my training was going really good. If you watched some of my earlier videos, I did all these ones here, Mount Maunganui, and then the main one I was going to do this year was Wellington Marathon. But there was a bit of a drama there, but didn't do that one. Not too worried, but I wish I had done that one, because the Wellington is just an easy, flat course. You couldn't pick a better course for PB, and I was building up a good fitness. So, but missed out that one, and that's history. But so I thought another one I really wanted to do was Auckland, but I mean, Auckland is, I've done Auckland half marathon 3 times over the Harbour Bridge and all that, but I just wanted to, the next one, maybe do Auckland marathon to see if I could get anywhere near sub 3-hour marathon there. But that's how things go. I didn't really want to do Auckland because that's like November, and I've been training right through the year, and that would be stretching the training block out too much, and I sort of think, be past kind of any kind of a peak fitness, and who knows, could get injured between now and then. And so after that Mount Maunganui, I picked this one because it was roughly the only one that was reasonably flat, close by, didn't have to travel too far, and it was a marathon. So I picked that one, even though I know the course from doing half marathon last year, and basically all you do in the marathon is twice around the half marathon course. But yeah, so that was one little mistake I made, but you've got to make a bit of mistakes, nothing's perfect. It was really a bit too close for Mount Maunganui, because I did my best at Mount Maunganui half marathon, came first in my age group there, that was awesome, but there was only last August 23rd, so it's not in a month between then and now doing this marathon yesterday, and really I needed another 2 weeks, because after Mount Maunganui, it was like 1 week of just not running, just rest, a couple of bike rides and swim. So, just you have got to recover from that worn out, full on effort in the half marathon. And so that left 3 weeks. So the next couple of weeks was building up a bit of fitness, and I was doing some good tempo runs, and I just trying to work it out. How am I going to get to this Hutt marathon in reasonably the best conditions? Sometimes you just got to go with what you got. Two more weeks would have been ideal, but at the same time I didn't want to stretch the training blocks going on. My training blocks just seem to go on all year type of thing, so you gotta be a little bit easier on the body and know your limits. So anyway, I thought I've only got that amount of time, and so basically there was no time to do any kind of real speed stuff, because you're doing that rest for 1 week, then you're doing 2 weeks of tempo runs, building up mileage, and I got only one long run in, and I did get park running, and I was trying for the big under 19, and I got not under 90 minutes, but I got 19:00. That was the time I got in the park run, so that was the only bit I got for a bit faster, getting a bit of speed going. And the only other thing I did was just trying to, because you want to try and build up some kind of speed without doing weeks and weeks of intervals. So my little circuit I do up the trig, I thought if I can look on the Strava segment, and I thought I'd just try and beat my own time, and that worked a bit. Like I noticed there was a segment on Strava running from the bottom of the trig to the lookout. I did it in 21 minutes 39, which is nearly got me onto that first top 10 Strava segment, so that was good. That was putting efforts in, but so that was a little bit of a mistake, was not leaving enough time. But anyway, so when I finished the marathon, and it didn't rain hard like they said it would, so it was fairly good weather, except for the wind was powerful northerly, and that was really difficult. And just that going around 120 half marathon loop, and then knowing you got to do that next loop and straight into the northerly winds, very hard. I've never been in a race where the northerly winds was so strong, so it makes a big difference. And I knew from the beginning that wind would have been almost impossible to get a PB, and also the terrain and the surfaces was, part of it was running in gravel and a bit pothole-ish, and then back onto a bit of glass and banks, and then more gravel, so it was all a bit difficult. But you just, so one thing I wanted to get onto is one thing I sort of learned about, you learn things right up to every race you do sometimes. But and my niece was there, and Herman and the baby, and they did the 5K, they enjoyed it. We're both learning about the wind, which is Wellington weather, eh? You don't know what you're going to get, but most time you're going to get big winds in Wellington. And so, there we go, woohoo! First in my age group, and come 12th overall. But it was a strange happening. After I finished it, people went back into their waiting for the spot prizes and that later, and I'm sure last year they had age group categories, but this year they didn't, so that was a bit of a problem, a bit of a nuisance. I really thought there was going to be age group categories. There was nothing. There was a few spot prizes, but the official results came up, and I was 12th and first in my age group, so I can't complain about that. It was really good, so I'm happy with that. That's enough marathons for a little while. I'm just glad that it was really a sort of a backup plan doing the Hutt marathon, because Wellington didn't go ahead, so that was plan B, and went awesome. So I sort of said to myself, that's it, no more marathons for a while, but really glad to get one marathon done this year, and have a bit of a rest. And it's good seeing different ones there. Would like to do this year would be Kapiti, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But but I said in my last video, watch your space, and so it's another first of my age category. Hope you're going well. Over and out. Go Kiwi.